Hi everyone, and yeah, today was supposed to be a Pokemon video, but we are going to instead do something else that's more fun. I'm not watching this picture. Okay, we are going to be if I can even spell it. As you can see, researching FNAF lore. Okay, we're gonna see FNAF lore explained. Let's see what this is. So I was spending quite a while last year actually trying to figure everything out, and so got a lot of stuff. So title lore explained. Okay. An explosion out of nothing. Okay. Fredbear's Family Diner. William Afton and Henry opened. So I've never read this. Okay. So credits go to Nam Alpup, the person who made this. Never read this. Okay. First, I was just looking it up as you saw. William Afton and Henry opened in 1967 the family-friendly Fredbear's Family Diner, featuring a brown furry suit of a bear as a mascot. Henry would usually wear the suit, as they didn't have enough money to hire someone to do the job for a long time, and they were studying at the time. William studied engineering and Henry business administration and communication. William met an unnamed woman with whom he married, and 4 years later had a boy called Michael. They met in the court. William was being charged for murdering a child that allegedly was crying outside the diner for being scared of Fredbear, the bear. And she was working selling hot dogs in front of the building. He was released because they didn't have evidence pointing. Okay, so from what this is saying, I think the first person. So what they're saying from this, which they're saying that Susie might not have been the first one to be murdered, is what I'm thinking is what this means. Even though I feel it was definitely Susie who actually possesses Chica, which is why she says I have seen it all. Okay, I'm pretty sure she says I was first. I've seen it all. So basically, if you're a FNAF fan, then I might actually be getting this wrong. Don't know, but if you're not interested in this, you can just go on to another video of mine, because this is gonna be the entire video. Me just trying to get my head around the entirety of this. So. Let's see. It took them 4 years to actually achieve any success of the diner, as they learnt from little Michael that Fredbear was boring. Okay, so this was around the time that Charlotte died. And that Charlotte was killed because this was at Fredbear's diner. And this is what it said in the books, which you should definitely check out the books, the FNAF series books. Which isn't going by the timeline exactly, but it actually has a pretty good stuff in it that actually kind of explains from Charlotte's point of view, even though she is not alive anymore. Okay, so Henry had created her as a robot in that book, and so then every time she grew, he would replace that robot with another one. So baby and toddler years, kid years, teenage years, and then adult years is what there was. Okay, so William then designed a new mascot, a yellow furry suit of a rabbit called Bonnie. Yellow furry suit, which means that it was actually Spring Bonnie. The chemistry between both characters worked like black magic, and the success rained on them like rain in a rainy day. The amount of money they got was so much, William used it to test his engineering skills, designing the first two Springlock suits, which were obviously Bonnie and Fredbear. Their success increased. Okay. And so, what this is saying, if you didn't get that, is no, well, they were successful enough that he was playing around with spring locks basically, and was like, you know what? Instead of us always going inside the suits, let's just create spring locks so that we can put robots inside them, and then actually get them to do stuff for us because we don't have time for this. That's basically what is happening here. And then people are like, hey, we like this better than people being in it. Okay, so Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The diner success was so big, a company decided to buy it and open a franchise around it and sold it. What? Okay, hang on. Used sneaky illegal actions that allowed them to have the diner 100% under their possession, racing Henry's and Michael's name. Michael? What? What's Michael? What's Michael got to do with this? Okay, so this is what I don't understand. So racing Henry, and does this mean William? Because Michael is not a part of it. He was just a child then. I don't get it. Okay, so the company then opened Fazbear's Entertainment to take care of everything. William was so pissed because of this, he cut any relationship with anyone involved with the franchise. Henry, on the other hand, didn't know any other thing to do, so he asked for a job. He became phone guy. Henry is phone guy? Is he? Is he though? I mean, we all know that he dies from Golden Freddy after night 1, I think it was. Because I've never played the actual Five Nights at Freddy's, but I'm pretty like I was like in the last episode I played a couple of different Five Nights at Freddy's games, which I am definitely planning on buying them when I have the right computer and stuff. But okay, so who set the place on fire in Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator? Who did that? Answer me that, okay? That everyone says that was Henry. But then if that was Henry, then how was he dead by Golden Freddy if he was a phone guy? I don't understand this lore. Okay? I understood who was killed, the timeline and all that, but I never came across anything that actually said that Henry was the phone guy. Okay, I never saw that. Hang on, let me look this up. Is Henry Emily phone guy? Okay, Cassette Man, also known as Henry. Oh, Cassette Man, and the former owner of Fredbear's family during the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Phone guy mentions that he has been missing for years. Who, William? Does he mean that William's been missing for years, or that he has been missing for years? Okay. Henry the pink guy. Many people realize that he is the pink guy, but there's no factual evidence behind that. But who's the pink guy? Okay, I don't know. As this like unfolds, I'm like, what? Okay. So, FFP opened in 1973 and featured 4 furry suits of animals. Freddy Fazbear, a recolor of Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. Freddy Fazbear, a recolor of Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy the Pirate. This made William even more pissed when he learnt they made 4 animatronics without him. He started planning his revenge. By the way, the diner was still opened as a sister location for. Okay. I think that means that they're saying the diner was opened when sister location came up. Wait, do they mean that? Did they make a completely different building for Freddy Fazbear, or did they use the Fredbear diner? I don't know. Do they mean that Now, Fazbear's Pizzeria is this location of Fredbear's Diner? Huh. I don't know. The origin of Purple Guy. In 1976, William had twins, a little blonde girl and a little brunette boy. Nope. Sorry, those are not twins. Okay? So, wait. So, that's not the right thing. William didn't have twins. Okay, that's the thing. Everyone might get confused with that, but he did not have twins, okay? He had Elizabeth, and then he had Chris. Okay, he did not have twins. That's the thing. Everyone thinks that he did, but actually Henry had twins. So he had Charlotte, and, what was the, hang on, is Charlotte's twin in FNAF? Sammy. Yes. Okay, Sammy. Yep. Okay, so yeah, those two were twins. Not necessarily Elizabeth and Chris. Unless I'm getting this all confused. But I doubt it. Okay, I doubt it. Because it's Charlotte Emily and Sammy Emily, which is then Henry's last name. So there's no way. He decided to teach Michael to take care of him because Daddy won't be around forever. He kind of is Vermin in a way. Because he is, but then he dies in FNAF 6, doesn't he? Does he die in Pizzeria Simulator? Can someone write in the comments, did he die in Pizzeria Simulator? I want to know that, but I'm not going to look it up. Okay, I want to finish this, and there's lots to go. So, during his free time, William started designing and projecting new robots. He hated the name animatronics, and plans for his own company, Afton Robotics. Yep, I've heard of that one for FNAF. But he had another plan under his sleeve. Ruin Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria from the inside. Yep. Okay, so this is the fire for FNAF 3, I think, where he sets the place on fire, the phantoms come after him, he gets spring-locked by his own animatronic suit, Spring Bonnie, and dies with excruciating pain for like a few minutes. He's dying, bleeding out, and probably screaming in pain. And then he becomes Springtrap, as you all know. I mean, if you don't know, then that's probably because you're new to Five Nights at Freddy's, but basically everyone else knows him. So I started working so he disguised himself as Dave Miller and started working, applied for a daytime security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. As he was always wearing purple, the uniform's color, and usually hid in the shadows to stay out of sight of anyone who might recognize him, he was nicknamed by every child as the Purple Guy. Oh, that's ominous. During this time, in 1980, he did his evil plan, using the Spring Bonnie suit he built years earlier. He lured 5 children into a back room, murdered them, and hid inside the body of the animatronics. And hid them I think they were supposed to save them. Murdered them and hid them inside the body of the animatronics. In case you're wondering what he did with the 5th one, he obviously hid it inside a spare Freddy suit he then painted yellow. Wow, I love the sass in this. Great work in making this, just to make sure you go over all the typos and actually check all the information. So fortunately for Billy, they actually caught Henry instead of him. For Billy? Huh? Who's Billy? Who is Billy? I don't understand. He just isn't it supposed to be, fortunately for William? They actually caught Henry instead of him. As one of the cameras caught him walking around in one of the suits. He got out sometime later, as they managed to prove he had some mental disabilities and had a fixation with wearing the suits around and had no violent behavior. But Dave, well, he was fired when Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria closed. I mean, what are you supposed to do? It closed. What, you're gonna keep him around and be like, okay, you can guard the empty, abandoned building that closed down years ago. You're not gonna do that. No. If you do that, that's just sad. But anyway, so obviously, since it's now Circus Baby, but now coming to it, Elizabeth would have died in 1980 to 1987. No, 1981 to 1987. Not sure which one, but actually no, 1981 to 1986. Okay? So, but then, by the 83, then, hang on, by 1980, I thought it was by 87. I've heard of 83, but what's that one then? Is that someone else getting bitten? Actually, I should probably wait and find out. With the help of the money he got from selling the children's organs in the black market, William opened Afton Robotics and had everything ready to open his own kid-friendly restaurant, Circus Baby's Pizza World. The problem is that he got a new hobby, and this is where it went downhill. This is where it went downhill. He liked so much the idea of killing children and the profit he could get from selling their organs. And the healthy children organs are way more valuable than adults. He made special alterations in his robots, turning them into kidnapping and killing machines. The problem is that in 1982, he accidentally let his daughter get close to Baby when he wasn't looking. Accidentally, or you just didn't really care. I mean, if he did care, you would have kept a close eye on her, because she's like, I want to go and see it. I want to see the robot. Didn't you make her for me? It's so cute. And then she's dead. But no, she actually didn't die. I'm getting ahead of myself. No, it's William who killed her. Okay, if he had looked before he had scooped Circus Baby, if he had looked in the storage tanks, if he had looked, then he would have seen Elizabeth was fine. But he scooped, and she died, okay? That is what happens. So don't be like, oh, but no, Baby killed her. No. I have discovered that, I too used to be like you guys. But no, it actually was not. It was not Baby who killed her. It was actually William himself. Killed his own daughter. I don't know why in the gotchas they make her so ferocious when it comes to anyone threatening her dad, when it was him who killed her, not Circus Baby. They should all be isolated and be like, I hate you so much. But, you know, they're like, whatever. I mean, what's up with that? But anyway, and Baby killed her, apparently. No, that's not right. That's not right. He knew he was the one to blame, but he actually blamed Michael for this. What? You created these machines. Okay. So I'm not sure if everything here is true, seeing as they had just said Baby had killed her. Not sure if everything here is true, but I'm having a great time reading this and actually trying to figure out if this is all 100% accurate. But, I mean, enough is going to be accurate. It's a fake storyline, but it's got a really good story to it. The game's not really, but more like outside if you actually find out, like, from all the snippets on the end of the what's it called, the nights. All those little snippets of stuff. Then you're like, okay, what's this and this? And you're like, oh. So, Then Michael is saying that he, as the older brother, should have protected her. Of course. Okay. This incident led to Pizzeria's cancellation and William's divorce. His wife took Michael and the other boy with her. The other boy. His name is Chris. Jeez. Don't just call him the crying child or other boy. They're like, people say his name is Cece. No. His name would be C.A. because it's Christopher Afton. Don't get it. No, I don't. Okay, his wife took Michael and the other boy with her, leaving him alone. His new hobby and this instant in his life led him to become a human monster. I'm not surprised. You scooped your own daughter. You killed Charlotte, Susie, Gabriel, Jeremy, Fritz, and Cassidy. And also Susie's dog. You ran over Susie's dog, and she became Mingle. Okay. Well, I don't know what's left for him. He might as well just become Springtrap right now. So, the children. Going a little away from the entire Afton story arc, let's talk about the children he murdered. The first one came to possess a puppet. No. I don't think that was the first. No, because it says Susie died first. Unless it was, like Susie was saying that it was actually, she was first in, like, as in, from all the other children, for who wasn't the puppet. Because a puppet, let's just say, it doesn't really count. Marionette doesn't really count. She's, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, she doesn't really count because she's not really in the band, unfortunately, so. The other 5, with the help of the first one, possessed the suits they were stuffed inside. Then they started killing any adult they could at night when there was no children around, because they thought every adult was the purple guy they heard of when they were still alive. Okay. The thing is, the children got so mad, and they were so vengeful. Okay? They forgot the whole purpose of what they were doing. And that's the thing. If you let anger and rage control you for your entire life, or like forever, like they did, you're gonna lose sight of what your whole goal is. To track down William, to kill William. Okay? Don't just kill any random night guard. I mean, look at how easy I died in those games. That was only because that game was rigged. Okay, no one saw that. The first version I played. No one saw that. That was rigged. The Butter 83. Okay, how much longer is this? Quite a long thing. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Okay. So up to the Butter 83. William's ex-wife, aka Clara, took the children and they started living close. They started living close to the diner. That was still running great. For the good old times, before the problems, she would take them there. William, on the other hand, didn't like it in the slightest, and bought a warehouse close to their house, where he built an underground room he used to monitor cameras installed in the house, the diner, and in the street. He also started to prepare the warehouse to build. I can't even talk. He also started to prepare the warehouse to building Circus Baby Entertainment and Rental. He also returned to his Dave Miller persona, working at the diner, taking a closer look at his sons. The Crying Child, aka Chris, as people should call him. I'm sure he doesn't appreciate, if he was alive, he wouldn't appreciate people be like, hey CC, or the Crying Child. If you did that to someone in real life, they would hate you, okay? After the baby incident, Michael became a rebel teenager who, rebelling against his father's will, bullied his younger brother. For the brother's unluckiness, he was also traumatized for actually having witnessed baby killing his sister in the year before. Yeah, he was I think the only one who actually saw that. Yeah. For his luckiness, though, he had a reliable friend, psychic friend Fred Bear. Unbeknown for him, the plush was actually a camera his father used to check on him. More unbeknown for him, when the plush talked with him, it was actually the spirit of his sister, who was haunting William's warehouse, and with supernatural abilities, managed to speak through the camera system. I've heard about that theory, but I'm not sure how accurate that is, considering she can't really haunt if her spirit is inside, or her soul is inside Circus Baby. So honestly, guys, I don't know how reliable that one is. a bite per se. Okay. You all know how it happened. Birthday party, bad joke, head inside the bear's mouth and chomp. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Golden Freddy that actually did that, yeah. So Michael and his gang of friends, so I'm pretty sure from what I've heard is, so I'm not completely sure on some things. Some things I'm just like, yeah, this is what happened, this is it. But apparently what had happened was he was peer pressured into doing it. No, but I'm not sure about that, whether he did want to do it or not. But then he was like, oh yeah, this would be quite fun. He and his friends, it was like, okay, yeah, going in here, and Chris started crying and was fighting back and stuff, and they carried him inside, went to put his head inside the mouth. The spring locks, or like, the animatronic just malfunctioned completely. And was like, you know what, let's just destroy this kid. Don't know if he was alive or not. Some people say he was, some people say he wasn't. Like, they say he's in a coma. How is he in a coma if his brain was bitten off? Jeez, because it was his frontal lobe. I don't know if you can survive without your frontal lobe. Let's see. Can someone survive without a frontal lobe? Okay, the inner lobe allows solve for judgment. Okay, without the frontal lobe, you could be considered a. Okay. However, you would be unable to use any of that intelligence. Wow. You're a genius, but you just don't know how to use it. Okay. So, it's Chomp, child's head crushed. He went to the hospital, but died. His sister tried to help him, but in the end, he became a ghost purple bear, crying in the corners of anywhere the suit that killed him was at. Don't know how reliable that is, considering, like, he was, I don't know, there's a game where he's in the hospital fighting off hallucinations from Fredbear. But then there's also in FNAF 4. Okay, which game is correct, people? Okay, is it FNAF 4 or is it that other one? No, I don't know what it's called. I feel like it might be both. Okay, just, I don't know. Don't know how to explain it, but I just feel like it's both. Have no idea. Okay, William's revenge. After the bite, Michael's mother committed suicide. Yeah, they had an argument. Clara drove off a cliff, and for some reason, I don't know, I think William stuffed her body in Ballora after that, but I'm not completely sure about how she actually started possessing Ballora. But everyone says that she is possessing Ballora, and I believe that. I was like, yeah, it's pretty obvious, I guess. But I don't know. It might not be pretty obvious. It might just be like, okay, everyone says that she's possessing Ballora, but then I know she's not possessing that one. She's possessing someone else. Anyway, so, and he was committed suicide, and he was taken under William's keeping. But William wasn't happy with his son, who caused the death of another one of his children. William projected the new building to have a place for torturing children, especially made for Michael, actually. The room was designed to mimic Michael's room from the other house, so when he would fall asleep, Michael would take him to the nightmare room. Michael would be drugged and unleash nightmare robotic versions of the Fazbear animatronics to haunt him at night, giving him some reminders of what he did to his brother. This marked Michael for life and turned him into a better person, actually. Oh, wow. Never really heard about that one, but it could be correct. I heard that he was really upset with him, but I don't know if he actually just started attacking him or just did that. I feel like it was actually him just doing this. Seems more believable. 1987. Oh my god, this is long, isn't it? Well, in 1987, another Fazbear... Wait, but of 87, it's called Ver. What? Okay, never mind. Whatever. Another Fazbear... We're just going off this lore that we find here. The Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria opened with new animatronics. William became Dave again and killed more 5 children. Okay, so Dave Miller, I've just realized, is actually from the book series. Pretty sure it's called The Silver Eyes is the first one, I think. But you see, like, there's a Dave Miller in the books, and he's like the night guard, I guess. Like, he's actually guarding and patrolling the grounds around the building. And Charlie and her group are like, you know what? We're just gonna sneak in here again. And then Dave Miller actually is like, hey, you know what? If you're gonna keep coming over here, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna be like, hey, it's me, William Afton. I'm gonna stab you all and kill you. Then Charlie actually activated spring locks, killing him when he was trying to scream for help. And it's like, oh my god, I hate this so much. And you know what? He's dead. That's all that matters. He died, but then so did Charlie. Her robot form died, and you see a lot of blood in that one. I mean, you don't see it, you just hear about it. Or you read about it. A lot of blood in that one, and everyone's like, oh my god, she's dead. Then her aunt is like, no, she's not actually. She's dead. She's been dead for a while now. Just didn't know it. It's a really sad ending, bro. And that's it. There's like 4 books. They're really sad ending at the end. Jeez, I really wanted it to go on. But anyway, killed more 5 children. The place temporarily shut down, reopened in November, but it didn't last after Mangle bit someone. Henry was once again without a job. Yeah, I heard about Mangle biting the head. So the problem is that in this attempt, they recognized Dave as William. Okay, so he had to hide himself for his own safety. Fixing past mistakes. During the time hiding, William started pondering about his decisions in life, and how it screwed everything for him. He caused the death of his family, lasting only him and his oldest son. That was it. The solution. If William, ruined everything, Michael could be the one to fix everything. He then sent a letter to Michael explaining everything he should do. William was aware of the spirits and possessions, and knew his daughter was haunting Circus Baby and rentals. So he sent Michael there first. Then since the location happened, not that jazz, or should I say, casual bongos. Jeez. They're puns. Okay. So, Baby first thought Michael was William, but then she recognized his brother, but no. There's no way. Okay? So, William's dead. FNAF 3 happens. Then there's FNAF 5, which is Circus Baby and Rentals. He's dead. Okay? He's dead. No one likes him anyway. She recognized his brother and saw an opportunity for her and the other sentient robots from the rental to leave, using him as a human disguise. To prevent his brother from dying from this, she did some black magic. Researchers found a way to prevent him from dying. Then Ennard came to be. Michael was pulled into the scooping room and became a suit. Ennard tried to live a life as a regular human, pretending to be Michael, but unfortunately the black magic didn't prevent flesh from rotting. So the disguise was ruined, and Ennard left Michael's body, now living in the sewers, waiting for it to start shooting, hoping to get a role in it. But even though Michael became an undying walking corpse, his job wasn't done. He had one last thing to do, free the souls of his father's victims, and yeah. You all know the thing. Max FNAF 3, know what happened there. Yep. Okay, everyone knows what happened now. So, I will probably be doing another part for more lore and stuff. More detailed. But I mean, we all know there's like Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator is what happens with Michael. But there's Molten Freddy, Scrap Baby, and also Scrap Trap. And Michael dies, everyone is safe, and that's basically it. And unlike last time, I'm actually going to play the outro. So, here we go. So, we have a Discord, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Roblox, all the usual stuff. And if you're like, do you have TikTok? I'm like, I will be like, no, get a life. But anyway, see ya.